Let's take a journey, or better yet, a voyage, the debut full-length album from Haitian artist ZiLE. She has been active in the Haitian music circles, building her reputation with a bunch of singles, live shows, and local buzz um, before stepping into her first full studio project. Over time, she's carved a voice that bridges both emotion and musical sophistication. Um, one foot in the Haitian roots, compa, melodies, you got the storytelling, and then the other in the global contemporary sound. So mixing all that stuff together. I'm particularly drawn to this album because it feels like a conversation. The artist is speaking directly to you, to me, about their experiences, conflicts, and hopes. Voyage delivers those conversations. So when you hear it, you're hearing an artist that is in mid transformation mode, an evolution, if you will. Across these 13 tracks, it's you're gonna have 47 minutes of heat here. Voyage holds its unity, yet it gives room for shifts in mood. There's heartbreak you're gonna experience in this thing, reflection, gratitude, and self-assertion. The production blends compa rhythms, soulful ballads, that are going to be textured in jazz in inflections, modern R&B, urban, some urban, I guess Western urban sounds, you may call it. You'll hear, of course, the Haitian drum patterns that'll be familiar to you, the compa swing on a bunch of tracks. It's layered with the instrumentation and the mixing uh, that could appeal to a global ear. This is a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about lately with how the acceptance of Afro beats has permeated the culture. The production isn't just about being over the top, though. These tracks, for example, La Vie, you'll hear like some lo-fi, a little lo-fi beat on that thing. What is it? Is it La Vie? Let me make sure. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. So La Vie, that it's warmed up to the traditional Haitian sounds, but like that lo-fi beat, kind of just like a mellow little background to let her vocals carry the day. It's clean, it's precise. It lets Zile's voice do most of the heavy lifting on that joint. Many of the tracks here are produced with space and restraint like that, so that I don't know. These engineers just, I guess they just allowed just for these soft moments for the vocals to breathe. The transitions go from hushed to some fuller choruses. So there's some dynamics that's happening in the composition there. You'll hear when she like leans in close to the mic versus sometimes where she needs to soar and so like kind of steps back a little bit, but it's all well balanced and well engineered. The instrumentation isn't just electronic on this thing. Like I love that like Haitian music is keeping this aesthetic that the live instrumentation and live music, like they're introducing, especially with like some of these modern flourishes, they're introducing a lot of the electronic sound, but you're so far, at least we're keeping up, we're still maintaining the some ambient keys, the percussions, there might be some flutes involved in there, the live guitar, of course. You got to have your keys. You got to have the keys if you talk about Haitian music, talking about some compa, right? The arrangements often shift sometimes in mid-song, giving the listener like a little surprise, like, yo, this is kind of like a live experience where they might be like in a almost like a jam session, right? The album expertly mixes you got some soul vibes that you run into in this thing, pop, of course, the jazz, is live in that junk, and the compa is traditional. So this thing blends the whole project a rich texture of sound. You can get, you get smooth sounds, you get some soulful flourishes that's happening there, and but overall, it makes you want to move. It makes you want. I mean, that's what Haitian music does. That's what compa does, right? Leave Me Alone is which track is this one? Leave Me Alone is the second track on this joint. This is a standout emotional joint. It's all about liberation and moving on. There's some raw honesty in her voice and the vibe you can feel immediately. So that's a great way to like start the project off. The first track is actually just an intro. It's cool, but like Leave Me Alone is really the that first track, and I love that they chose that one. Denya Premier is featuring Toby Mbake, and this one has a kind of like a melancholic vibe. It's driven with the flute that I was talking about earlier. There's a little melody that the flute introduces there. It's a little bit haunting, but it's all beautiful. It's poetic. It shows a lot of ZiLE's range. Then there's Justice pour moi. Misty Jean is on that joint. This one is Justice pour moi is it's a bit anthematic and was it it's like an anthem. It's powerful. Um it's about confronting truth and judgment and kind of like surviving that. The vocal collaboration with Misty is incredible, and their voices together is provides an undeniable energy. Just love to see it. Uh, Another standout track is Mama. This joint is is touching. It's a tribute, of course, to motherhood. It's got her child's I don't know who her kid's name, but it's got her child's voice woven into it. It's beautiful, raw. It's a universal moment that even if you don't even understand the lyrics, you can lean into it and just let me put that joint on, man. 'Cause that joint is dope. I was just talking to my therapist the other day and about how like I was actually talking to my brother, but I was talking to my therapist about talking to my brother, and it's just a random um occurrence or memory that I came across that I guess I don't know how to say this, but like, dude, I my mom's been dead since I was 14, and I'm in my 40s now, right? So it's like I hardly have memories of my mom. My dad passed away in 2010, so it's a little bit more recent. So I have a lot more like formative years where I have memories and experiences of coming into my own while my dad was alive. But my mom died when I was 14, and that was what was that freshman year, high school, maybe freshman year. And I hardly have memories of her. I've been alive a lot longer than when I've had a mom. And I was like, bruh, Pops was just so freaking, it was just so messed up, man, that like she died and he never really spoke about her. Like, he never spoke about her. He never like had a random, like, oh, today was like, it's her birthday in like April? I can't even remember. I still have the birthday. I have to look it up. But like, her birthday didn't come around. He was like, oh, today would have been your mom's birthday. Let's sit around the kitchen table and like talk about her and like remember some fond memories or something like that. No, that never happened. He never like once was like struggling in the kitchen or something to be like, man, your mom used to do that. Or like January 1st, my mom's used to make a soup, a hell of a soup jumeau, right? And I remember moms used to make, yo, I love me some soup jumeau. I fuck that shit up still today. And she used to like make me like a small little pot for myself, just for me. And like the rest of the family, like she did do a lot of, I remember that. I remember that she used to spoil me. And I mean, growing up as much as she could. We were mad poor, right? So it's like, but what extra she had, or whatever privilege that she wanted to like embark upon us, like she would give it to me, right? And um, like you should see my bedroom as a kid. My bedroom was nicer than her bedroom, right? I had my own room. I remember that particular house, but he would never be like in a situation in the kitchen, be like, "Oh man, your mom used to do this," and like, "Man, I can't do this as better as best as your mom." We never had a chance. He never really talked about it, never ventured into it, and have like just like a candid moment of just remembering her, talking about her. Here's a memory about her. I never saw my parents date. Like, we're going out tonight. We're going to dinner, just me and and your mom. Y'all don't fuck nothing up. I mean, behave or whatever. Like nothing. I never saw them date. I never saw them really show that much affection towards each other in the house. It was always like, dang, bro, growing up as with a Haitian dad is is some trauma that needs unpacking. I hope that all of you Haitian sons out there and daughters are getting, or if especially if you're in the States now, you know what I mean, where you're not living in that whole mindset where you have a little bit of a more I guess a little bit more of an evolved mindset now where you can get therapy, you can talk about things, you can actually you don't just like throw some dirt on it, right? And just like walk it off kind of thing. But Caribbean parents, man, are like tough. They are not helping well from my experience, they don't help in the growth and evolution of a human being. They like, I fed you, I clothed you, I gave you a house. Yeah, I don't ever have to tell you I love you. What? I pay these bills, don't I? The lights is on, and on, don't I? But well, hold on, wait a minute. Actually, the lights got turned off. So, does that mean you don't love me? So hold on now. But I ain't know it's a pushback like that. And it's what, but a nigga used to like threaten calling child protective services and stuff. Yeah, I wish you would, nigga, get you out of here. One less mouth to feed, right? But yeah, I just remember I just thinking the other day. I told my brother, I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm like, I'm losing more and more memories, like some that I never even really established." And he was like, and he hit me with the doozy because he was like, "Bro, I'm 6 years younger than you. You were 14. I was 8. You think you have little memories? What you think I got? I got nothing. I basically never had a mom. Maybe have like what 2 or 3 foundational memories, while I have at least maybe a dozen. So that's wild, man. If y'all got parents out there, man, let this be a reminder to you to love on them now while you still can. If you have an estranged relationship, maybe, or if you have a strained relationship with them, man, like, you go through some stuff as an adult, as an like middle age, particularly, where it's like you gotta really take it on the chin. You gotta really like do it on your own. Um, and some people I look and they go through some of the same stuff that I go through, but they got a moms and pops to fall back on. They got them to hold them down. They may be unemployed or something like that. They can go like live at the parents' place for a little bit, or the parents can float them for a few months. They'll pay them back, whatever. But they got that freaking like break glass in case of emergency. That's a beautiful thing, especially in your 40s, because like at this age, middle age, you start seeing people around you just like checking out. They're out of it. They're out of there. The elders, they've hit that they're dying. They're dying off. Let's just put it plain. They're dying off. So if you still got them in your life, man, cherish them, love them, and if you haven't checked in a while, let this be a reminder for you to do that. This That's a big tangent, but Voyage is one of these projects that's inviting you to lean in. That's what that track did for me, particularly Mama. Um, La Vie is another one, like I said, like that. There's a lot of introspection that's happening on this project, and that's where it took me. This thing is a voyage, a journey, but it has moments that it's compa, so you can't help but like nod your head and bop to and dance to, especially when the rhythm just like drops in, right, in those moments. So with this project, turn it on, let it play straight through. no skips. It is worth the journey and the context. They land stronger if it's heard in its totality and in sequence. This adventure is cumulative. There's heartbreak that's happening on this project. There's affirmations, gratitude. Overall, it's a journey. Take Voyage to the comments and let me know what you think about it. I am I am ecstatic to know that um, I can share this particular project with you, especially if you Haitian out there, Haitian American out there. I was born in Haiti, but I was raised up here in the States, like the 95% of my life. So I'm quite Americanized. I'm not saying that as any point of privilege. Well, it is a point of privilege, but I'm just saying that as in like sometimes it can be a little harder for me to connect with some of these projects because the language I don't have the full command of the language that a person who grew up, especially going through high school or secondary in Haiti, as they would do. But like sometimes that joint, like I listen over and over and over, so I have to give it multiple listens. So especially if you're one somebody in my situation where you're kind of like Haitian, you're Haitian American, you're pretty much American, get out there multiple listens because the message is rooted in our culture, it's rooted in our people, and it lands right if you really grasp what she's laying down there, what ZiLE is laying down there. In short, Voyage is a strong debut for her. This is her first solo project as an artist, and we're gonna watch for what she has coming up next. But this is somebody that has heart and has a command of the craft. It's personal, it's polished, it's ambitious, it's a journey.